Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. So in this one I wanted to discuss the red flags that I have for Call of Duty Modern Warfare because just like every other Call of Duty enthusiast out there, I've been watching a lot of videos, even from the people that I don't watch on a regular basis, like the ones that I actually don't watch at all, except for around the time when a new Call of Duty is about to come out. So and some of these people have obviously been to Infinity Ward themselves, so I always try to see their perspective on things. And granted, I don't always buy into the hype, but at the same time, I am a Call of Duty enthusiast, and there is plenty of time where I do buy into the hype, regardless of where it comes from. But after that feeling kind of subsides and I come back to my senses, I think I look for those little gray areas, and I think a little bit more common sense. So now that I've had plenty of time to look at everything and to react to everything and common sense and all that kind of stuff, well, it just makes sense for me to make this kind of video because there's definitely that little gray area to where there could potentially be some huge problems. And as of right now, there's plenty of reason when it comes to what I see here to basically lead me towards that direction. So let's get into it. Now, first of all, it's pretty much known at this point that in terms of campaign, this could, in the end, this could very well be, Modern Warfare could very well be the best Call of Duty campaign ever made, especially when it comes to graphics and then how real it looks, and even the realistic depiction of what they're going for. There's a lot of political stuff going on in between. Some people think that it should be banned or whatnot. What they decide to do with that is up for debate, but I don't know. But quite frankly, I don't care as much. I mean, I'm happy for the community that are big into campaign. But at the same time, I'm a multiplayer guy, and so this actually raises some concerns for multiplayer because it seems that they're going really realistic with this. Now, I think we can all pretty much agree that Call of Duty is not a simulator. The multiplayer is not a simulator. It can almost appear like it is in terms of the way the game looks, but in terms of the way it plays, it's definitely not a simulator. And that's something that needs to stay intact if Call of Duty wants to continue to be Call of Duty. Because even if you look at the Halo franchise, in Halo 4 and even in Halo 5 to some extent, fans were really pissed off and not happy with that because it just changed too much from what it was originally in terms of Halo itself. So a lot of people really did not like that. So and they definitely voiced their opinions, and Halo wasn't, it just ended up being not as popular, and people were not happy with it because they've implemented things that kept it from being Halo itself. It veered too much off base. And the thing is, if you make Call of Duty's gameplay too realistic, it's not going to be Call of Duty anymore because the gameplay itself is not realistic. Quickscoping is not realistic. It's simple as that, for instance, right? So that's why even if I were in charge of the game, even though I'm not a sniper, and even though I don't like sniping, and it's really aggravating when you do die to a quickscoper. But the thing is this, quickscoping has become part of Call of Duty's bullshit formula, so to speak, right? There's a lot of it. I mean, it's simple as that. I mean, you think in real life, in a real life situation, if I was out there and if I was in realistic combat, do you think I'd be running around like this? Hell fucking no. I would be the biggest camper in the world. I would be the most tactical person in the world. I'd be behind cover just about at least 99% of the time. I mean, I would do anything possible to like not get shot while trying to take out my target, right? So if Call of Duty turns into that, it's going to be something different. Let's not forget about Black Ops 4. I mean, originally Black Ops 4 was going to be like this Rainbow Six Siege Overwatch hybrid, and the backlash was so bad that they had to backtrack it and make it into what it's supposed to be, and that's Call of Duty. So you can't really veer too far off. You can't veer too far off and be something completely different. There's lean in the game. The campaign footage itself is pretty much confirmed that there's lean, and also there's rumors that the multiplayer itself is not going to have a minimap, and that is a problem. Like, I can deal with it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I mean, why are you taking the minimap away all of a sudden? It's like, do you want it to be that realistic to where you're taking away the minimap because there's no minimap in real life? And if you want to go that realistic, that means you have to take away quickscoping too and all that other stuff. I mean, and every mode might as well be like hardcore, because usually one bullet to the chest is going to kill somebody. So, I mean, it's like all these different decisions that they make in terms of when they try to add a certain form of realism or tacticalness to the game is something that just ends up being like, it ends up backfiring. I mean, who in the world likes weapon flinch? I don't think anybody does. It's just an annoyance. There's a reason why in previous games people were always using toughness. And the developers keep on saying, oh, it's a crutch perk, it's a crutch perk. No, it's not. It's not a crutch perk. It's a necessity because it's absolute bullshit. It's actually a counter to bullshit because if somebody takes shots and somebody didn't originally mean to take to aim at somebody's head and gets a free headshot due to the flinch itself that helps them out, it's like they're getting it's like they don't deserve that kill. The game is doing it for them simply because you put in flinch into there. So it's really, really annoying, and I think the person that can stay on target purposely should get rewarded for the kill. And for the most part, good players don't go for headshots. They go for they aim for the stomach to chest at the very most. So but yeah, that's my little rant on the whole flinch or whatnot. And it's like, no, toughness is not a crutch perk. Toughness should be built into the game. Simple as that. Kind of like dexterity from Black Ops 2. Should be built into the game. Simple as that. But anyway, there's a few other red flags, really, really big ones, in terms of the microtransaction system or whatnot, or let's just say business decision skills. Okay, and this is where I read between the lines and I found this out, and it's like, oh, I really don't like that because, well, in all the special editions of the game, right? Except the standard edition. All special editions of the game give you a prestige token for Black Ops 4 when you purchase that special edition for Modern Warfare. So I have to ask you this. Unless that prestige token does something different, which as of now it hasn't. Every single time we get a prestige token in Call of Duty, what do? You just prestige and then that's it, right? What value does the prestige token in the first place have? Especially, number one, when Modern Warfare comes out, right? And people are already annoyed and they've had enough of the Black Ops 4 multiplayer as is, right? What value is that going to have when Modern Warfare comes out? So they're basically trying to say, oh, we're giving you this as well. It's like, what value does that have? Okay, it kind of reminds me of the stickers. I mean, what value do the stickers have in Black Ops 4? I mean, they're saying that they're giving us more content than ever before, but if you can't use that content, what is that content worth? It's worth nothing. So in other words, they're just wording it differently, man. They're just wording it differently, and they're doing it smart because it's all about, it's like, how many people can we bait and switch? How many people can we trap? How many people can we do this and that? Because it's all about money, man. And the thing is that the fact that they're offering us a prestige token for Black Ops 4, which has no value whatsoever, even right now, even if we were to get that prestige token now, it would have no value whatsoever. I mean, seriously. Especially when it comes to like spending money. I mean, would you guys spend money on a prestige token right now in Black Ops 4? Let's say you want to be level 1000. Would you spend, I mean, if you're in a right state of mind, would you spend money to prestige? I mean, last time I checked, people, one of the reasons why people prestige is because they like going through that grind and leveling up. So all of a sudden you're taking that factor away and you're paying money to take that factor away. I mean, it's like you might as well stay at level 55 and not prestige at all. So, I mean, it's like, really? So again, they're just trying to see what they can get away with. And that is very concerning. It's like they're going to see what they can get away with come release. And 8 Thoughts did have a really big point when he was responding to other YouTubers about his concerns for crossplay. And he said it all himself. He said, read the fine print. It's subject to change. So everything from, in terms of what they put in the game, what they take out of the game, their system in terms of how they're going to make money post-content release and all that kind of stuff, all that is subject to change. And the fact that and I fell for this, and I'm not going to lie, I fell for this. When they said no traditional what's it called? No traditional season pass, I mean, that was very clever. I fell for it, man. I fell for it. They said no traditional season pass. So it's like, okay, you're telling us that there's no season pass like there was before, but there is still a season pass. So in other words, it's basically all about tricking people, man. And bravo, I fell for it. Thank God I've been watching some logical people as well out there that have, basically made me aware of it. It's like, holy shit, how did I not see that? Because usually I'm good about spotting things like that, but I guess my hype and about crossplay and all these other things got the best of me, man. So we really got to continue to look between the lines, man, because as of right now, there's already a good amount of red flags, and it goes beyond 8 Thoughts himself. I mean, like what I've just mentioned about how they're giving you a fucking prestige token for Black Ops 4. I mean, it's like, really? So, so yeah, guys, we got to keep our eyes open. We can't let hype get in the way of these things. And on top of that, our biggest test, for most of us at least, will be when the multiplayer reveal happens. So, and remember, let's just keep everything in mind that everything is subject to change. everything is subject to change. So, and in the last minute before release, or maybe even right after release, they can change up a lot of shit on us. I mean, it's one way or another, it's happened before, and it's already happening now before the release. So let's just keep that in mind. Let's keep our heads on the right ball here, and or let's keep our eye on the ball and try not to fall to the stimulation of the hype. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I could do to make my videos better. I'll catch you guys on the next one.